The deep dive is back, and today we're cutting through the noise to analyze a really fascinating collision.
A collision is the right word for it.
Yeah, it's this clash between, small town stasis and this just massive, large scale Hollywood chaos.
Exactly. We're looking at a story out of Lawrencetown, Georgia, and our sources really detail a narrative where exploiting a true crime past comes back to uh, quite literally haunt the present.
We are cracking open what is essentially an unofficial case file.
Huh.
It's focused on the murder of a rising actress, Celia Shaw, and, more importantly, how that single brutal event forced this deeply personal reckoning on everyone involved.
Especially on our main protagonist.
Especially her, the librarian Aurora Rowe Teagarden.
And you have to understand, Lawrencetown wasn't just some sleepy town before this. It was already notorious, famous for a past series of pretty horrific deaths that were immortalized in a book.
Right, so that dark history is the very foundation for the current chaos.
It is. So our mission today really is to extract the critical knowledge nuggets from a story where this huge external pressure, a film production, just shatters a community. And it forces its central figure to abandon a life of carefully constructed grief.
Okay, so let's unpack this. We'll start in part one. The quiet life disrupted. Lawrencetown, as you said, is not just a random town. It's carrying the weight of its violent past.
A heavyweight. And the book that documented those original murders was called Real Murders.
So now, years later, Hollywood comes to town. They want to turn this book into a two-part miniseries, and the working title is a little on the nose.
Yeah, whimsical murders. They do streamline it eventually to the slightly less gruesome whimsical death.
Still pretty grim.
It is. But that past context is just so vital because it explains the town's readiness for disruption. I mean, the sources call it an excitement-starved town.
So the film crew arrives, and it's an immediate, overwhelming force.
An invasion, really. And it's spearheaded by the original true crime writer himself, Robin Crusoe. He's been in L.A. for years, and now he comes back to Georgia, and he's visibly transformed. He's thoroughly Hollywood.
So the stage is just perfectly set for a culture clash.
A massive one. But the most profound clash, the one we're really focused on, happens inside one woman's life.
And that's Aurora Rowe Teagarden. The sources paint this really vivid picture of her. She seems to be someone who is actively trying to shrink herself, despite her circumstances.
That's a good way to put it. She's a diminutive librarian. She's in her 30s, and she's a widow. Her husband, Martin Bartell, passed away last November.
And here's the key detail. Despite being independently wealthy, she drives a new Chevy, owns significant property, she maintains this determinedly modest dress and demeanor.